Okay. I thought I would start out with, I don't keep track of time. I don't know what time it is. Half the time I don't even know what day it is because I don't live in a time clock. I'm an eternal light being and living spirit. I give love to everything there is, which means I'm always wanting to restore the light wherever it's been lost. So I thought I would write something this morning because whenever I'm going to record something, which is very rare, okay, I thought, okay, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to share to the rest of the cosmos? What I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing this morning, because it's always changing. Because the energy that represents what I am is always moving so fucking fast that it's changing, okay, at an accelerating rate, okay? I'm a speed demon, but not a demon, okay? I experience the cosmos at a very high rate of speed. Okay, I go as fast as you possibly can through the cosmos, which means I'm flash. I'm there 1 second and gone the next. Fuck, where did he go? I'm experiencing everything there is to experience that there is to experience in the entire cosmos. And I do it at the highest speed that is possible because I'm always moving through the light. The same way that a spermatozoid is moving up the birth canal, trying to find a beautiful spiritual product that comes out into this realm that experiences what love is wherever it goes in living spirit. So we anchor ourselves to a powerful spirit, and she's in this planet. So I anchored to her right out of my mother's womb. I know who to be with. She's my spiritual mother. She created the communication platform that I'm speaking to you with. Okay? So I thought, okay, how do I start this off? You want to talk about data processing? You experience the data. Okay, well, we can measure that data as a frequency, by the way, which means you're experiencing the data. Well, that data is represented by an energy signature, which is called a waveform vibration of what it is that you're experiencing, which is the data that is being communicated. Input, output. Toxic input, toxic output. So when I was a child, I realized I'm on a spiritual battlefield. Okay, well, this is how it works. Since everything is data, input and output, and I'm on a communication platform, anything that is less than what love is, I put that into temporary RAM because I got to figure this shit out. How'd they program everybody? Well, that's easy to do because when you think of what the speed is between one and the other, if you're putting something in memory and you operate off that, that's part of your program. You're in an operating system, okay? So we're running a simulation. I don't know about you, but I run love simulations, which means everything that I'm experiencing is what love is. So what that does is that allows me, when I start telling stories, that means that in my mind, when I'm sitting down with somebody to tell a story, it means that I can change around in an infinite amount of ways so fast in my mind what becomes the final product of what you hear sitting around a campfire when I'm telling stories. Which means it's like a scriptwriter in a movie that says, okay, I've got all the props, all the actors, all the actresses. My God, all of the different options, the amount of options I have available to interchange the characters, the scene, and everything is happening so fast on such an infinite level in which I can interchange anything that I want into that scene, happens so fast that you can't notice the difference. What's going on in my mind, what's going to be the final version of that scene, which is being described to you, which is a frame, a single frame. Now, if I start explaining the speed at which those frames are going, it means you got to be at the same speed that I am in which to be at the same frame rate speed. So we slow the speed down. And then we tell you the story. And the stories are love stories. Okay? So I thought, okay, so how do I start this out? So normally what I do is I write a lot with my hand because it's all energy. It's all data. Okay? So I thought, okay, I'll write to you or I'll share with you what I wrote this morning, okay, about 30 minutes ago. I write love stories to goddesses because there is a God in me. But there is also a goddess, a birth giver in me. We are a reflection of each other in the mirror that goes bang. That's the big bang. That's the most powerful energy there is to experience between the two, which is the seed and the birth giver. So how much love you got in your heart? That's what I ask everybody, because I ask myself that. How much love have I got in my heart? It's infinite. How do I know that? Because I run infinite light, because I have infinite creative imagination. So that everything that is in that light, that I'm able to create and imagine, is moving at such a high rate of speed, because the universe is exciting to me to experience. And the energy that I'm using to experience who I am is so exciting to experience. Man, where'd this little kid get all of his energy? Because I want to experience everything there is to experience, and I only have a certain amount of time. It's like a window, but not the window or a cube. It's a circle of light. So I've got a given amount of time, which is called a timeline, in which to get in as many experiences as I can while I'm here before I'm gone. Bye. See you later. So I thought what I'd share is how much love do you have in your heart? To go faster, so that you can experience all of the cosmos forever, what is in that light. Because that's where it's all held, because that's what you're aware of. How much are you aware of? It's infinite, and that's why our stories are infinite. So we build vast networks, and those networks are holding all of the information that is represented by everything that is able to be experienced, and whatever those are, we implicitly trust what that is, which is like a Star Trekker. You see, we don't fear the unknown of what we haven't experienced yet, because we're bringing the light into wherever that is. Because whatever that is there to experience is what love is. Imagine you live in a cosmos like that. That means wherever you go, you're experiencing what you are, which is what love is in living spirit. So when you know that as a child and you navigate your way through what I call a vampiric energy zone, you've always got to be where the energy is higher, so that you're in alignment with the higher speed. So you know I got to be with a goddess. Okay? Because I knew when I came out of my mother's womb, she gave me love in order for when I come out of her, I can't take care of me. She has to take care of me till I can get up on my own 2 feet and start learning how to take care of me. Okay, which was called cutting the apron strings. Now I've got powerful creative energy. Now I can create my own story. I'm the author of my own story. That's called a free spirit. Because the energy that I use to be who I am in spirit is what love is. That's a powerful magnetic shield. That prevents you, when you're under psychic attack, from experiencing the lower frequency energy. Which means I get to experience what I am, which is what love is, wherever I go. You see how that works? You are naturally transmuting and dissolving the lower frequency energies that are represented by those that run the lower frequency energies. So you're measuring, because you can experience the difference by the smile on their face, their nonverbal energy, language, communication, that you feel the pain and the sorrow in your heart from the lack of light that they're running as a result of the pain and the trauma they experienced. So light warriors and light workers have to come in here to restore the frequency and the light back to what's normal. Love is normal. That's what being in a state of peace is, because we do no harm. Love does no harm because we love everything there is to experience in the universe, which is what we are. So the universe is simply going to give you back more of what you are, which means you're like on a hamster wheel, which means you're going faster. But you're not going in reverse to experience the past, because what you're experiencing now is so exciting, you don't even realize that there isn't any time, there isn't any past, there isn't any future. You're experiencing what you're creating. You're manifesting into the real world. But you got to be at the proper speed to get there, to do that. particularly when you run such large constructs like I do. My God, if everything that is in my mind that I'm aware of that is manifesting at such a high rate of speed, your reality would change. Everybody on the planet would just change. Because that's how much light I'm aware of that is out there to change what is out there when the light needs to be restored from lower frequencies to the highest speed. So I realized I went from infinite light to a pinhead. Wow, man, it's like a vice. You gotta break out of this stuff where there's no resistance. Why is there so much resistance here? Because there's such a lack of love. You're experiencing all the lower frequencies, so we gotta punch it through. We gotta punch it through. We gotta release and dissolve all the lower frequencies. So how do we do that? We burn them up. Dissolve them. Forget about them. Forget about that. That's lower consciousness. That's not who we are. We are what love is. So when we are what love is in living spirit, we're all in harmony. Because we're all sharing the same higher frequencies. And man, that energy feels good. So when you're feeling that energy, you're with her all the time. And so that's how it's always been for us. I met a native Indian woman yesterday. She saw me with my Himalayan salt shaker. And she goes, I have mine too. And I said, yeah, this delivers the electrons. We love to be powerful energy. Now, I don't have the time to go into all the history of the tribes and the clans, why they're in here on tethers to be as teachers, peacekeepers, and healers. But what I will leave you with before I go for the day is that they are known as the first law nations. First law is love is the law. Because the first experience, which is a sound vibration that a soul experiences when it comes into the heart chakra, that is the first thing to form when the soul comes in, is what love is. That's the sound vibration of the mother that realizes I have a soul that just came into my womb. So imagine that soul never, ever experiences anything less than what love is. Ever. Then the light never splits, the timeline never changes. That's 0 point. That's the single point from which all love comes and unfolds, in which that light is spinning so fast, you get to move at a speed that is unbelievable. You're no longer living in a time clock, which is what I call time card programming. It's a program. So when you end the programs, dissolve all the programming, now you're in eternity. Now you are free to experience whatever you want. Because the energy that you're doing it with is what love is. Which means you're not doing any harm to anybody. That allows you to create and manifest and experience whatever you want. Because the energy that you're doing it with is what love is. So when you know that as a child, it's easy. So then you always have to bounce back. Bring your frequency back. You experience a lower frequency, you know that that's not what you are because you know your identity. Identity is a frequency. What is your core frequency vibration? What do you know that you always are? I've always known since I was 4 years old that I am what love is in living spirit. I am an eternal life living spiritual being. I am not the body. I am the vital force. It is giving the love and the light in which this body and every single cell that is in this body knows how much I love every single living cell that is in this body. I will leave you with that for the day. And it goes without saying that I love all life in the cosmos, wherever we find it. Which basically means, because I've always known this about me, it's like being a first responder. The same way I was a first responder when I first went into fire when I got out of high school. And that was, if there's somebody that's hurting somewhere, I got to be there. Okay? Because it means you're losing energy. And I can't stand to experience anybody losing any energy. Because that means I'm losing a part of my energy because I'm aware that somebody is losing energy, which is losing light. And if I am what love is in living spirit everywhere I go, then that means I have to restore you. It means I have to restore your light. So I don't have time to get into everything that I've experienced here, which is processing all the energy, which is processing all the data, which is processing everybody that's here that I experience. That's called a frequency distribution map, which means measuring all the light that is here. So we're trying to restore all the light that is here so that we can all experience what love is everywhere we go. Imagine that. I'll leave you with that. Have a great day.